because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Spartans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas offense will have the first possession of the game. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? In either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To throw, it's Manning. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big play.
And now the ball is knocked free. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Spartans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds a man in the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Lost to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, he drops the throw. Lets it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Gibson. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. He's going to fire deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the... Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And the Longhorns have it with a first and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got the first down and more. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Extra point here will tie the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. RPO complete to open the drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Spartan.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Longhorn! Fit it in the window for the score. Extra point here would tie the game.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A strike downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. The Spartans are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. And the Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun. Wants to pass. Grabbed near the sticks. It's Smith. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give to the tailback. Runs through the tackle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Plucks it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game and be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And they've regained the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Back to throw, it's Manning. He lets one fly deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. The inside handoff. Taking it the other way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Caught over the middle, it's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He makes the grab. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Right on the money. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60.
There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle them.
Pulls it in down the middle. Touchdown, Spartans. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Got a man in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Now from inside the red zone. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, but if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They'll keep it on the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Spartans send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here. So where do I want to take advantage of this defense and what areas of the field and where?
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. From the gun, the ground game.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they'll find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Hauls it in. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Little touch pass to the receiver. Slithers into space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Spartans with the first and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple of completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here comes the Texas offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting, and if they were able to take the football...
He's got it on the outside, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and 10 just outside the 30. He might want another play. To the air, it's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Finds his fight and fighting them through the air and on the ground. Reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
What's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
The Spartans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This is why you recruit dudes, right? Quarterback distributes, get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and let him do his thing.
Dude makes quarterback look good. I mean, you get it to him in space, and watch. He'll break the tackles. He'll make those plays, but nice job getting the ball out fast to his playmaker and letting him do the rest.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Hunt is on its way. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Dropping back, it's Manning. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch on the right side. They get him down on the play, and this big-arm sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's first and 10 from the 40. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Longhorns! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Dumps it off in the flats. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Rides the back on the option. The give. Plows through the defense. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and he did it legally. Beautiful job.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, San Jose State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, QB. To stand in there, know you're going to get blasted, but hold on to the ball until the guy comes open, feed him, and get the 6.
Roughing the kick, defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's Manning. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking for a big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. He'll keep it himself. Brought down, but not before he'd blown his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got it! Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. On the ground, it's Bates. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. Finds a spot in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Fires left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Slings it. Complete in the middle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Whips it out in the flat. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. To the air on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And this defense has put a game together. Now, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. He wants to throw it again. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartan.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Hit as he throws.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Manning. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know.
Touchdown, Longhorn! And the punishment has been extended.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both.